guys, welcome back to Homeschooling Life. It's Lauren with you here today. And today's video is a collaboration with Abby at Rooted in Rest and Jessica at the Waldock Way. They do this collab every month. It's called Homeschool Show Tell. Amanda and I have participated in it probably for the past year or so. I think we've done most of the videos or the prompts that they put out each month. And anyway, thank you, Abby and Jessica, for doing this. So the video or the prompt for this month is how we handle sick days. I believe that's what it is. So I'm just going to come on today and just share a few things that we've done over the years and actually that we're doing right now. Because we are dealing with a kid with a broken bone. So my son recently broke his leg, and so we are homeschooling through, kind of a sickness / injury at this point. So I'm just going to kind of share a few things. I don't have anything like groundbreaking or any great, awesome way that we do things, because I think homeschooling in general is a way to educate your children and adapt to your circumstances at the same time. We don't have to worry about getting behind. We don't have to worry about, we can just adapt to what we need to do during seasons that may be difficult. You may be dealing with a family member who is sick and you need to help. We also have some of that's been going on in our family, grandparents or different things where, they need your help. We need to be able to serve them or do things. Or it may be an instance like ours where there's, an injury or a sickness going on. And then of course, just your run of the mill, everyone gets the flu or everyone gets, just a cold and stuff. And so you have to learn to, work with that, work within those perimeters, know when it's okay to just keep with your normal schedule and when it's time to rest or things like that. So I would say probably my number one point would be, or point number one, if you want to say that, is adapt to the circumstance. So for our situation, and I think this would apply to with one kid being just sick with a certain illness at that time, or an injury like we have. For us, life can somewhat go on as normal for everyone else. This is short-lived. His injury's we've only dealt with it for about 4 days now. And part of that was over a weekend. So we've had a couple of school days, to just manage this. But in the past, this is what I've done as well when they were sick. That person, depending on their level of sickness, can rest. So for him, he needed a rest day. He needed to recover from a hospital stay where he was getting very little sleep. And there was still a little bit of pain going on that just mentally it would have been hard for him to do anything. But at this point, actually now, he had a great caught up on sleep. And so I gave him one subject to do. Something that, he wants to stay caught up on. He wouldn't want to get behind in this because it's something that kind of has a deadline because of a co-op or something like that. So we just pick what's most important to him or what I think would be most important to not get behind on so it wouldn't cause him stress. And he still wants to be able to take off his time when he's not sick and he can enjoy other things. For the rest of my kids, the first day back, because I actually was in the hospital with him and dealing with lack of sleep and other things, I kind of needed a day for my children that needed my help to just keep it very minimal so I could catch up on some rest and just things at home that had got behind. So they had a lighter school day, and that's something we might do if several kids are sick as well. Just a lighter school day. We don't do subjects like group subjects and things like that they would get behind on if they were not included in it. That's things they would be included. I just don't do those on the days when multiple kids are sick, or even sometimes one kid is out of pocket. If it's something that I don't want them to miss out on, we'll just save that for another day. And so that's mostly what I do, evaluate the situation, and then allow that child to rest or set up if they need to, and the other kids to keep on doing things and, take up the slack or do different chores and things to help that person and let them rest and recuperate. Another resource I would say in this instance that we have used would be the child that is not feeling well. If they're well enough they just need to be resting, or in this case, like they can't be up doing a whole lot just yet. Try to encourage them to, you know, continue using their mind during this time. So whether that be reading, and whether that be maybe watching, you know, a documentary or even a movie like we do with history sometimes, where we watch a movie that correlates with what we are learning in history, just to, you know, I feel like not allow brain rot, as we would call it, just watching mindless things. Although I think sometimes when you're dealing with, you know, pain and different things like that, like sometimes you just want to watch your comfort little show or something like that. That's okay. It's not going to hurt them to do that. But in some instances, it's okay for them to watch something more educational, or listen to an audiobook, or read books, or do things like that. And those are all things that we have done in the past when dealing with, you know, sickness and those things in our homeschool. But I think just remembering to have peace in those situations, to not get overwhelmed or feel behind, because you have the ability to catch up. Your child's not, you know, on a lesson plan standard that everyone else is pushing on ahead while they're still at home recovering or doing things. They can pause and pick back up where they are, and everything will keep going as planned, you know. And depending on, I know with my son now, he's in high school, so things are a little more, he wants to finish things on time. He's working for credits and things like that. It's a little bit different than if my second grader was ill, you know, and his a few little subjects that he covers. But remembering to have peace, don't get overwhelmed. Remember the reasons why you homeschool, and that you are still living life, and that homeschool can adapt to your life. And so that would be my encouragement is, you know, just take life as it comes, and remember that God's sovereign, and that everything that happens is for a reason, and that homeschool, you know, it'll pick right back up where it started, and you can keep going forward from there. So I hope this was helpful. Just a few thoughts that I've had just over the last few days, and reminding myself, you know, that it's all going to work out, and it will all, they're still going to learn, and they're going to just keep cruising along. So thank you guys for joining us here today. And remember to go check out the rest of the playlist by Abby and Jessica and all the other people that share there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good information, and then we will see you here again soon, hopefully next week. And we are so grateful for you guys. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you here with us for the long haul. And we will see you here again soon. Bye, guys.